Hey, Salam Alaikum, troops. Welcome back. This is the second part of classroom management. And I left you last time with a question which said, what does great classroom management look like? So happy to see the comments, happy to see your responses. Let's move on and see what do we expect from a good and great classroom management. Okay. So the first thing that we expect in a great classroom management and we expect it to look like is that you see a productive environment. You see positive classroom atmosphere, an ambience that is completely positive. There's no negativity, no harsh remarks, no negative comments, respectful behavior from both sides, learner and the facilitator. And cooperative, respectful, and on task students. We see the students who are cooperative enough, respectful enough, and are always on task. What do we mean by productive environment? How do we make the environment productive? Uh, Productive here is when students learn a lot. It's not the teacher teaches a lot and student gains nothing. Here, productive means that process of teaching and learning has been successful. The amount of knowledge that teacher shared was completely gained by all or almost all the students of the classroom. Okay, so the first thing that affects it is the seating or instructional patterns. How do you make your students sit? How do you make them sit in groups? How do you make them sit in pairs? What is the style of your instructional pattern? What is your role to make them seated in a way that they are productive, in a way that learning process is escalating? You got it. So students are placed in seats where they can best learn. Easily distracted students and weak students are continuously facilitated by the teacher. So you don't just in your lectures or your class talk to the students who are responding to your interactions or who know very well, who are already intelligent, who are answering your questions. You have to give more focus towards the students who get easily distracted, so they are completely attentive towards you. And the students who are weak, okay, then organization, a system of procedures are in place and executed by students knowing what to do and when to do. This is these are some of the examples of classroom instructional patterns. This is how you can arrange your seats. Mostly all the schools follow 40, 45, or 50 minutes of sessions. So once you enter the class and you manage the instructional pattern very well, and you make them sit the way you feel that this is going to be productive for your class, all other 40 minutes, if you spend 2 minutes on it, all other 40 minutes are yours. You will gain all those 40 minutes because your class will be properly managed. The students will be seated in a way that they are productive. So there are a lot of ways. There's traditional, there's round table, there's horseshoe, or we call it semicircle. There is double horseshoe. There are group pods or there are pair pods. So these are some of the examples that you can try in your classrooms every day based on the lesson you're giving, the topic you're giving, the active learning strategy that you are implementing that day in your session. So you can let them sit according to your instructional strategy. This instructional pattern will definitely work. Positive classroom atmosphere. There are three three things that you will focus on making the atmosphere of the classroom positive. That is attribution, encouragement, collaboration. Students can recognize his or her strengths and operate with a I can do it attitude. So they are confident enough, they are strong enough, they believe in themselves. So you have to inculcate those strengths in them. You have to make them believe in themselves. So they have that attitude of, yes, I can do it. They don't feel lost in the class. They don't feel like they know nothing. Okay. The second thing is encouragement. The teacher encourages students to meet challenges and exceeds expectations. So you ask them at least one question in a session that will challenge them. Of course, most of your questions when you go through your session and when you're teaching a lesson or a topic, most of your questions are depth of knowledge one, depth of knowledge two, DOK1, DOK2, where you just ask true or false questions, or you ask just simple definitions. But if you challenge them with critical thinking, you challenge them with the inference questions, where they predict or assume, where they do something by their own, something that's difficult, something that's not just a definition, beyond the definitions, beyond true and false. So challenge your students at least with one question daily and exceed their expectations. You got it. So day by day you will see them growing, but if you give them just little amount of knowledge and just ask simple true and false questions, you're not expanding their way of thinking. They will not be able to harness their imaginations. So what you have to do is challenge them every day with a challenging question and see how many students can do it, and see how many students need help in the challenging questions. How many students can do DOK1, DOK2, DOK3? So you can categorize your students based on that also. Collaborations. Students help each other to learn while participating in constructivist learning activities. So this collaboration will come when you'll make proper instructional pattern in the class. Make them sit in the group, make them sit in the pair, let them work together, make leader of the group, sub leader of the group, one who writes for the group, speaks for the group. So you can have different tasks for the members of each group. So this is how you can help them in collaboration. This is how they will learn to, gain knowledge from each other, support each other. And this way, you will help the weak students also grow slowly and gradually with their peers. Cooperative, respectful, and on task students, what do you expect from the students? If you want them to be cooperative or respectful, and you want always the students of your class on task. So, cooperation, students are following the class guidelines, so they're cooperating with you. Respect, student follows rules and show respect to the teacher. So everything comes from you. As I said earlier, you put the rules, you follow them up every single day, and they are yours. They will cooperate with you, they will respect you, they will respect your opinion, they will respect what you say, they will complete your homework, classwork, whatever. But as long as you are consistent in telling them what your rules are. On task, students are interested and focused on the assignment that is provided by you. So this all will come in a positive environment class, a class that has a great classroom management. Okay, I'll give you here 2 minutes to find out the phrases or compound words that are relevant to the classroom management. So I'll give you 2 minutes. You can write your comments in the comment box and I will check. And as I said earlier, I don't know if I said this or no, those who will answer maximum number of questions throughout the workshop will be rewarded. We will choose three best candidates who will answer all the questions or maximum number of questions, and those will be rewarded definitely by one or the other way. So you have 2 minutes, find the words out. It can be across, it can be uh, from, in a vertical position, horizontal, uh, left to right, right to left. So find them out. I'll give you an example here. If you go from top to bottom, you will find descriptive, encouraging. So you will find the words like this. Find them. You have 2 minutes. Write them in the comment box. Okay, moving on. I'll show you the words that you could find in this, word list. And the words are completely relevant to the classroom management. The main idea is to introduce the words or phrases relevant to the classroom management to you. So you have establishing expectations, body language encouraging, descriptive encouraging, direct to learning, selective attending, queuing with parallel, waiting and scanning, giving instructions, following through, and giving a choice. These are the words that were in the word list before this slide. So moving on, mind map the classroom rules that you will set for your classes. So before starting your academic year, before going to any new class, every year we know that you get different groups of students. Every year the students change for you, or the classrooms change for you. You don't teach the same group of students throughout the years, right? Every year it changes from one class to another class, one group of students to another cohort group. So the first thing that you should do before the academic session starts, you should mind map the classroom rules that you want to set, that the rules that you expect your students to do in the classroom. So the first thing is you have to chalk them down. Then you have to write them down. Every single possibility that might happen in the class and how you will interact with that possibility. What will be the rule if the student shouts? What will be the rule if the student gets up continuously throughout the session? What will be the rule if the student is talking continuously? So first you have to see what are the things that you can expect, the negative things that you can expect from the students in terms of conduct, in terms of behavior, in terms of learning, in terms of teaching and learning process, in terms of respect and collaboration. So check all the sides and see what can be expected from the students if they don't behave well. And then what will be your rule for that thing? So this is how you mind map the classroom roles. It's not the simple thing. If you want to go to the washroom, raise your hand. If you want to talk, raise right finger. Okay, those are the things that you put. Those are the general rules, but there are a lot of things that can happen in the classroom, and you must have a rule for that. If this thing happens, if behavior, if conduct, if not focusing, if not participating, if not doing homework, if not doing classwork, if not bringing books, what are the rules as a teacher that you will set for these things to be completely avoided throughout the year. So sit in the beginning of academic year and mind map all the classroom rules with the expected behavior of the students, expected nature of the students, expecting nature of the classroom itself. And then go on the very first day and set your rules and follow them up throughout the year. You will see them changing, growing, and you will see them completely in your hand. Following everything you say. Engage. Engage the students in creating best practices. The main difference between the students who are engaged and those who are not is the way they respond to the situation or tasks at hand. Sometimes what happens is that when a teacher enters the class and she knows that she's going to do the active learning strategy today in the class, and she enters and she gives instructions to the class. Okay, class, I want you to do 1, 2, 3, 4. But that instruction given to the class is not clear. You are looking at few students, only those students you know that they will respond to you and they are good students of the class. You are not asking instructional check questions if they understood your instruction or no. So here what is helpful is instructional check questions. When you give instructions, you ask them, what did I say? What do you need to do? Those are called instructional check questions. Once you feel the whole class and you stand in the middle of the class, you look at everybody and you address your instruction to everybody in the class, then you will see the whole class will start getting engaged. But if you come to the class and without addressing to every single student in the class, without the clear instructions, you will feel some of the students will do it, some of them are lost because they did not understand the task they should be on. So the chaos starts here. So engagement of the students comes from the instructions of the teachers. The more clear the instructions, the more engaged the class is.